I am so skeptical about crowdfunding campaigns. It's not just that they can be dumb or silly, it's because unlike an awful lot of backers, I take the time to really dig underneath the surface and learn some things found hidden deeply there. Say hello to Lua, the smart planter with feelings. Their slogan is that you should turn your plant into a pet thanks to Lua. Currently in demand on Indiegogo since they had reached their campaign goal on that platform, this campaign based in Luxembourg is on a mission to make sure that everyone gets a flower pot that uses electronics to mimic emotions. Let's take a brief look at their pitch video. According to the highlights, this was an Indiegogo campaign team favorite and also has a connection also through Indiegogo with Aero certified technology, where the claim is made that they have reviewed the campaign electronic and or software design and verified that it is feasible for manufacture. Note the use of the word feasible. Indiegogo certainly made a point to love this particular campaign. And why not? Crowdfunding platforms get a percentage of all funds that are raised as a fee for hosting them and collecting the original monies for disbursement. What's not to love when that's considered, if you're a platform? But you should really be aware of what having that Aero certified technology badge on any of the campaigns on Indiegogo actually means. Remember when I said that they had looked over the plans and certain other things concerning the campaign and had determined that it was feasible? That wording is very important, as they themselves say, quote, Aero certification is verification that a product is feasible for manufacturing, but is not a guarantee of campaign delivery, end quote. They are telling you up front, assuming that you click the extra link provided to tell you this, that they have nothing to do with whether the device will be delivered or even made at all. They are not an actual part of the campaign. The overview pictured here tells you the story of what they are considering for Lua, the proposed high-tech flower pot. Lua is designed to turn your plant into a pet. Using sensors, the smart planter triggers 15 different universal animated emotions. It measures soil moisture, the light exposure, and temperature to keep your houseplants alive and well. Lua's app is easy to set up and use daily. The app generates a QR code that Lua can read and interpret right away. Definitely a high-tech solution for a problem that really shouldn't exist for most people. Of course, being in the crowdfunding sphere, Lua had to have a smartphone app to help people understand the incredibly difficult idea that plants require care, such as watering on a regular basis. In case anyone has trouble reading, there are several clever animations designed to make it easy to understand what your plant needs. They even go out of their way to explain to you that it is a super simple app. All you have to do is download the special app, choose your plant's family, the exact type of plant, or manually set your own preferred thresholds. After all this wonder of wonders, you will make Lua read a generated QR code and it's all set. I find it interesting that the illustration of a smartphone that they use seemed to have a dark overlay of a previous illustration of the smartphone. Plus, just in case you missed it, in the first go-around, they tell it to you again in graphic form, typical of a great many crowdfunding campaigns. Got to get that top-of-mind awareness, eh? If you were wondering about those animations, they would tell you what to do about your plant and its needs. Here they are. Aren't they cute? Once again, at the top of this page, we see that they are restating what they have already told us before. They really want you to know this material. As it says at the top there, Lua turns your favorite plant into a spirited virtual pet. The perfect addition to your inner garden houseplants. Its lively personality makes it the ideal plant companion. Apparently, you can now turn your houseplants into the equivalent of the Tamagotchi, and in several colors as well. In a side view cutaway, they even explain what happens with water and your houseplants in the Lua. Gosh, isn't it great that they make sure that you know exactly what's going to happen when you water a plant? This marvel of the age is available in several kinds of perks and supposedly will ship in December 2019. I should hope so, considering the price of even one, but of course, that price is discounted. Discounted from what? They don't tell you, and we're only supposed to guess, I guess. Like most crowdfunding campaigns, they have thoughtfully provided a colorful chart indicating progress. The main thing you should be aware of, though, is the sentence at the bottom. Funds will mainly be used to initiate the tooling, components procurement, and the manufacturing of the device. In other words, they don't have anything yet. At best, all they have is a prototype that has not been scaled up for manufacture. That prototype-only admission finally shows up in this campaign at this point, where in the second sentence, they state that we now have a fully working prototype and will soon start the tooling and the components procurement. So who are the people behind Lua? Well, they can be seen in all their radiant splendor right here. But let's pay particular attention to the one on the far right. No, not Mackie the mascot. The guy that says he's the CEO, his name is Vivian Muller, the CEO and founder of Moo Design. This is the second campaign that they have had on Indiegogo. Looking under the hood, we discover a previous one called Bearbot. Bearbot, as you can see here, failed in its goal. And because it was a fixed goal, a rarity on Indiegogo, they got no money at all. Why did this happen? Well, here, in my opinion, is the biggest reason of all. You'll notice that while it is cute, and it was obviously designed to replace an awful lot of things like all those remote controls, it was probably sunk by the fact that it was gesture controls. And they show you a lot of really cool gesture controls, but gesture control devices in crowdfunding usually don't do too well. There's too many things that you have to connect it to that it might not connect to. There are too many gestures that you're going to have to learn and remember what you're trying to do. And as you saw right there, if you can do it even with your foot, what else might trigger this thing accidentally? Well, that was the end of it. And so it was all lights out for Bearbot. When this campaign tanked in 2016, this was the update that they sent out. Unfortunately, Bearbot did not convince enough people to be funded. However, in an update to that campaign that suddenly appeared 3 years later in 2019, people were urged to go after a Lua. This, coming from a failed campaign 3 years ago, must have inspired real confidence. So some people probably dutifully trudged over to the Lua campaign, but I'm willing to bet they continued to not look carefully and missed this sentence there. We are the creators of Coulomb, an amazing product that we also definitely want to keep on improving. Our team saw Coulomb grow. Quite an interesting statement to make, and as you can see, they may have been right to bury this information and make it hard to see. I began to wonder about the company Moo Design and that mysterious single mention of a successful product called Coulomb. Turning to everyone's best internet friend, Google, I found lots of information unavailable in the Indiegogo campaigns. On the website of Moo Design, I subsequently found Coulomb and found that it appeared you could not order that item anymore directly from Moo Design. Oddly, Bearbot appears on their website as a concept item that apparently cannot be ordered either. This seems odd to me because they had intimated on Indiegogo that this had been a successful product, yet it would look like you could not get one. So, further checking and research brought up the original Kickstarter campaign for Coulomb, a campaign also linked to Vivian Mueller. The comments section of that campaign on Kickstarter give a vastly different view concerning this crowdfunded product, one claimed by Moo Design to have been successful. Since this seems so odd, I went back to our friend Google to look up and find reviews of the Coulomb product. I found pay dirt when I began realizing that if they had a successful crowdfunding campaign on Kickstarter, their product would have ended up on Amazon. Google did not disappoint in that search. Behold, Coulomb did show up on Amazon. As is the custom on Amazon, the Coulomb was even compared to other similar devices. A complete product description admitted that it was launched on Kickstarter for crowdfunding and garnered more than 1 million euros from over 8,000 backers in 60 days. They even pointed out that the firmware had been updated to version 2.0 according to the feedback. And the meat of the matter for every product on Amazon, the reviews from people who bought it came to light. Some were 5-star glowing. However, roughly half of the reviews left indicated a product that barely worked when it worked at all. Amazon apparently gave a lot of refunds for this. Looking at the comments section back on the original source, Kickstarter, it would appear that Moo Design had also offered refunds to backers on that platform. Some apparently got a refund, a lot of others didn't, judging by the comments left. They were claiming that they were trying to get more money to be able to fulfill giving refunds. What do we learn from all this? Well, certainly that persistence can reward you in any endeavor, and that might be true also in crowdfunding. We have a firm, Moo Design, that has put 3 campaigns out there, 2 on Indiegogo and 1 on Kickstarter, and 2 of the 3 appear to be failures, one of them from poor design. They have made promises which, for the most part, it would appear that they have not been able to fulfill concerning refunds on their first product, Coulomb, due to lack of funds. Funds that they hope to raise for that purpose in the future. Make of that what you will. Meanwhile, I have prepared for them a place in the Luxembourg section of crowdfunding hell.